Good day, everyone. This is your host, Paul Lawrence Vann. We're here on another amazing episode of Wealth Academy Podcast, and I have an extraordinary person here today, and you're going to get to know her and everything that she does. She's doing some amazing things, and without further ado, I want to welcome her, Dr. Bertha Winston. Good day, and how are you?
Great day, great day. I am better than amazing.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me, Paul. You are just doing some mighty things too. You are a star. And I'm excited for you and excited to be here to share. It's a pleasure meeting you and being on stage with you.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. So here we are on stage again.
Definitely. And I definitely have to get Dr. Winston here. We, of course, had the entire group, almost the entire group last Wednesday, a week ago Wednesday, and she had other business to take care of. And I said, the first person that I'm going to bring on in the one-on-one interviews is Dr. Bertha Winston. And here she is, and we're honored to have her. And withstanding what we do, we'll primarily go through her background. I have an opening here for her. Just get on the phone, text someone, call them, and tell them to get on this particular broadcast because they haven't seen anything like this before. So today on the Wealth Academy podcast, we are honored to welcome a powerhouse of purpose, passion, and perseverance, the Dr. Bertha Winston. She is an evangelist, entrepreneur, dynamic speaker, and prolific author who leads the Winston Experience. It's an impactful platform dedicated to helping people discover purpose, walk in faith, and achieve financial independence. A wonderful trinity. Now, Dr. Winston is the author of multiple books, of which we're going to discuss today, including the Inspiring Unshakeable Faith and the Empowering Financial Guide, The Path to Financial Independence. And we also have a book, Love Like You've Never Been Hurt, which is just a great title. And her mission is clear: to equip individuals with the spiritual and financial tools they need to live a purpose-driven life. So get ready for an episode that will inspire you, inspire your spirit, challenge your mindset, and empower your walk in both faith and finances. And without further ado, Dr. Bertha Winston. She has an amazing background, by the way. I couldn't cover it all. We're going to get her on another episode, and we'll get it all in at that time. So, Dr. Winston, tell us about your journey and what inspired you to become an evangelist and entrepreneur.
Thank you for that question, Paul. I want to thank all of my listeners who I invited to the podcast today. I thank you if you joined with us. You could have been doing anything else, but if you're on this call, I really appreciate your presence and your time that you spent for us. And my journey, it began really with pain, but it led me to purpose.
Yes.
So, being an evangelist and being an entrepreneur, there's a purpose. God purposed us. He put us here for a purpose, and we have to live out that purpose that He gave us. I'm a survivor of abuse and hardship, and instead of allowing my past to define me, I chose to let it refine me.
Oh, wonderful.
I became an evangelist because I knew my story wasn't just for me. It was meant to bring hope to others, and becoming an entrepreneur was birthed, I guess, from the same calling. I wanted to empower people, not just spiritually, but financially. And I realized that true freedom includes both salvation and stewardship. And I've dedicated my life to walking people through both, because when you read the Bible, it talks more about finances than it does anything.
It sure does.
So don't get the mentality that God don't want you to be prosperous, because He said so. I would that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prosper. So everything I'm doing it from the Word of God, because Jesus taught about finances.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, he did. And a lot of people think that the Bible tells them not to prosper or to have money, but it actually says the exact opposite.
Exactly.
It says
Money
that
rules all things.
for sure. For sure.
You
And
can't do nothing without it, you know?
you can do more with it.
Yes, yes, yes,
We
that's for
want
sure.
we want to encourage people that the prosperity also not only financially but in
Yes,
mind, body, spirit, and the soul.
yes. And you
All
know, Jesus was a Jew. I've never seen a poor Jew.
yeah, yeah, very true.
All of them are rich.
Yeah, they know how to prosper, and
Yes,
they
they
really
do.
have that faith to do it. And we have to commend them for it and learn
Yes,
from them. We have to
yes, and
learn.
they teach their kids from
Sure.
young. You know, when they become that 12-year-old, hey,
Yeah,
it's time for work.
absolutely,
It's time to
absolutely.
make them dollars.
And what they say, work ain't hard. You just get
Work.
out there and make it happen.
Hello. Yes, that's all we know.
Right. That's right. So let's talk about the Winston Experience. Can you share what the platform stands for and how it serves your audience? I've taken a look at it, but we want more people to do the same.
Yes. Well, the Winston Experience is more a brand. It's a movement. You know, when I became an entrepreneur, I needed something for people to go to and learn about what I do and how I do it. And it represents empowerment, transformation, and legacy, you know, through speaking engagement, workshops, books, live teaching. I help people heal, grow, and prosper. You know, that's how the Winston Experience, and we serve an audience that's ready to turn pain into power. You know,
Yeah,
because when you are bothered down with debt, you're not empowered.
that's right.
You're struggling. You
Mhm.
know, and we don't have to struggle if we do the right things.
Absolutely.
So you know, your faith in action, and then income that impacts. So whether someone is broken, burdened, or just ready for a breakthrough, the Winston Experience meet them where they are and walks them toward wholeness.
Yes. And as I stated, I've taken a look at the website and I'm pushing buttons all on there. And wow, this is amazing. So I'm encouraging all listeners, all viewers, get out there. What is the website for that? Is that the
Well, the website is for my business, for people to come and
right.
become a member of
Yeah.
my company, the Winston Experience, my your financial blueprint. That's
Blueprint?
where you learn how to be financially independent by being a member of my organization.
Yes. And isn't this a great time to be financially
Oh, yes, it
literate?
is.
This is the perfect time, especially with the tariffs and
Yes, yes,
this
yes.
is the right time for what you have.
And I always tell people, you're leaving money on the table if you don't have a business.
That's right.
I mean, we just can't afford not to have one because there are so many advantages of write-offs and tax deferred things that you don't have if you don't have a business.
Very
I
true.
would never be without a business.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
when you know how money works.
Absolutely. And not only that, but having the money work for you.
Having the money
not work for
you.
the money.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Trying to catch up all the time versus being a lender rather than a borrower.
What did the Bible say?
That's
the borrower is slave to the lender. Everything I do is scripture, you know. Yeah. And you know, hey, that's what it's the word said that, and that's what it meant. We are.
And it's telling us
to be the lender and not the borrower.
And
but
it's telling us
backwards.
It's telling us what to do.
It tells us what to do.
Yes. All we have to do is follow the script.
That's right. And the poor, we are slaves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But hey, that's another story. Read your Bible and it'll tell you.
It'll tell you, absolutely. So let's talk about your books now, because you have quite a library of books that you're part of, co-author, solo.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about first your book, Unshakeable Faith. Of course, we know it's powerful. What personal experiences shape your understanding of faith during challenging times?
Unshakable Faith was born from a season when everything was just shaken. You know, my health, my home. In 2008, you know, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I had to make some decisions about my body and my healing, how I was going to eliminate the cancer.
Cancer.
Whether it was going to be through chemotherapy or radiation or just what. So it prompted me to just seek God and find out which way he wanted me to go.
Sure.
And so I was fortunate that I didn't take the radiation. I didn't take the chemo. I just said, okay, God, this is your body. You made it. You know what it, So I went on and had the surgery. And I just relied on God. He brought me through. Right now, I'm 17 years cancer-free.
Oh, wonderful. Congratulations.
So
I'm going to ring the bell.
Yes. And I just learned about ringing the bell this year.
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
So one of my colleagues, she had cancer, and she got, she got diagnosed, and she went through her chemo and all that. And then, she became cancer-free, and she had a ring the bell thing. I was like, I've never heard of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So you don't allow when tragedy, no one wants to hear that you got cancer.
Absolutely.
That's a bad word, really, but none of us are immune to it.
Oh, not at all.
And it doesn't have no picks,
That's right.
it goes there, and you never think that you will get it. I was like, no, this can't be me getting cancer.
Exactly.
No, Lord, this just can't be. We had it out for a minute.
That's right. You got to battle it.
I had to talk to God. I was like, no, this ain't right. This is not right.
Are you sure this is the right person?
It doesn't have no respect of person. So,
well, I tell you,
it was during these times that I learned about, God is in the midst of everything.
Everything.
We just submit everything to him, and he would direct our path. So that's how that book came. That was my first book.
Oh, wonderful. Congratulations.
That was my first book. Yes. That's where all the other ones began.
Oh, great. And that's really a turning point in your life. Now, I had a supervisor, actually I had two, and they were chain smokers.
Oh, Lord.
And both of them had cancer.
And I never smoked, so I was like, I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, so where is this coming from?
Exactly. So it's that saying that God, he will test us, and the enemy of God, he will tempt us.
Yes, most definitely.
So we know we're going to be tested by God for sure.
So if you've come to that where you have been diagnosed, just know that God knew it before you did.
Absolutely.
So you could redirect, you could redefine and renew your life. I mean, I'm more exuberant now
exactly
in the last 12 years than I've been all my life.
Well, they say God has more for you to do, and you're doing it.
Yes, he has. He has really blessed, and I'm grateful. And I let him know I'm grateful.
Oh, fantastic. Well, congratulations, and we've rang that bell.
Yes.
So let's move to, and in fact, before I go, I want to put that book cover here so that people can actually see it. And again, Unshakeable Faith, and this is Dr. Winston's very first book that inspired her to go on for multiple books. And we're honored for her to have that. Now, the second book that we want to talk about is The Path to Financial Independence. You blend spiritual and financial wisdom. How do you believe faith plays a role in financial freedom?
Well, if you're a believer, your faith is your foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to trust before you build. So the path to financial independence came through when, at age 62, I wanted to retire, and I hadn't saved enough money in my retirement plan to retire. Mm-hmm. So I had to work some strategies to eliminate debt and get out of my credit cards and pay all those off before I could retire. Mm-hmm. So it was a mindset. I had to change my mindset about finances because I wasn't ready to retire. I was ready, but I wasn't financially stable to do it, And so that was an awakening for me, So said, if I'm going through this, if I'm in this predicament, there must be some other people that are in that predicament as well.
Absolutely.
So that gave me an insight. Say, okay, so you need to do something about it for yourself, and then you need to put it in a book for other people, so they'll know what they need to do while they are working before they retire. So when they get ready to retire, they won't be shocked like I was. Because, you know, you think, okay, I done worked all these years. I'm 62. I'm excited. I'm ready to retire. I've reached that age. But my money said, you're not ready.
Money was trying to catch up with you.
Money, yes. So I had to catch up with the money.
Right. You know? Money was waiting for you to catch up with it. It was waving you on. Come on and get it, Dr. Bertha.
Yeah. So I made up my mind. I made a decision that, okay, if this is what I need to do and have to do, I'm going to do it. So I worked, 10 more years, really. I didn't have to work 10 years, but I liked my job. My boss and I was great. So I just went on and started investing and started putting aside money for my emergency fund and all of that. And then in my research about finances, I discovered that 78% of people in the U.S. don't even have an emergency fund and living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
So that was an eye opener for me.
Sure, there's going to be even more people this year because of what's taking place. The inflation and prices are going to go up with the tariffs and people losing their money with the stock market and everything.
Yes, everything. Yeah, so we got to be wise stewards, of our finances. We buy things that we don't even need. We just want, So we have to be very vigilant about how we spend our money, because we're going to make somebody rich. So why not ourselves?
Absolutely.
And then after studying that and working the strategies, I started working the 20-20-80 rule. I pay myself 20%. I paid myself, 10-10-80 rule. I paid myself 10%, which people don't even think of paying themselves. And I said to myself, okay, if Uncle Sam getting his money off the top, and he's not even working for me, I need to get mine. So I pay God 10%, I pay myself 10%, and then the 80% is for bills and whatever else.
Exactly. And that's that old quote, rich people live like they're poor.
Yes, they do.
Poor people live like they're rich.
Hello. Yes. And I always tell people, you don't have to, you don't have to, you have to get started.
For sure.
You got to start somewhere. So that was my starting point.
Oh, fantastic. And I want people to go out and get this book. Also get Unshakeable Faith, because again, you'll be on that path, get your faith built up. You also want to build up your finances in the process. So get that one. And now I want to share about the third book, which the title, I absolutely, this book, Love Like You've Never Been Hurt. Now, this book, I'm going to have to get this one, Dr. Winston. Please share.
Well, let me throw this in. Anyone that wants to order any of my books, you could go to www.retiredanddebtfree.com. That's www.retiredanddebtfree.com.
Fantastic.
And you could get that book.
Okay. And please share what this book consists of.
Now, this book is really my life from where I can remember, from 5 years old and up. Okay. Growing up, I was adopted. My mother gave away, really. It wasn't a legal adoption. Her first two girls. And so my other sister was more fortunate than I was. My foster mother died when I was like 5 years old. From that point, my life was like a turmoil, tragic, all kinds of things. Child abuse, molestation, unhealthy environments. And I always thought that I needed to put it in a book because I never talked about it. It was something I just concealed, And at that particular time, after I wrote the first book, that was the second book. This was my second book.
Okay.
So that gave me the go ahead. God said it's time to put it in a book. So
Sure.
everything that happened in my life that I could remember from 5 years old until I got married.
Okay.
And after I got married is in that book.
In this book,
And the stories will heal someone, who's gone through what I've gone through, or went through when I've gone through. Like I said, my foster sister, when you think people that were supposed to protect you, they didn't, they hurt you.
Exactly.
And an innocent child, why do they deserve to be mistreated? When you're supposed to be
protecting them.
So I went through all of those things, and I'm so proud of myself after coming through all of that and became the woman that I am and the mother that I am and the entrepreneur that I am. So I don't have any regrets. After I got born again, I realized that it wasn't for me, it's for someone else.
Yes.
So the things that we go through, we don't understand them at that time. And it's not for you, it's for someone else. Now, this book is going to heal so many people because so many people have gone through worse and domestic abuse and all that, and they've concealed it.
And some people are going through it today.
Yes. And once you release it, it heals you first.
For sure.
It heals you first. And then I had to learn to forgive. So once I became a born again Christian, God said, okay, you got to forgive. I forgave you. So you have to forgive them. And so that's where the title came from. Love like you never been hurt. Because I was hurt,
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think that aspect of that God uses people. That's how God is able to get his plan into the earth. He uses people to do that.
Yes.
And that's what he's doing with you through this book.
Yes. I mean, it's powerful, and if you are open, it will really help you.
Yeah.
It helped me.
Sure.
It helped me. So that was so after I did that first book, God said it's time for you to put it in writing. Because people need to know where you were and where you are now.
Exactly. In other words, what I like to tell people is be the light so others may see what's possible for them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's what you're doing. Let your light shine.
That's right. We can't keep it under a bushel.
Yeah. Try.
That's what the words say. Your light gotta shine.
All right. So I want people at this time who are viewing it, who will listen on the archive to really take in this expertise, this knowledge, and this wisdom that Dr. Winston is sharing with us. We're going to transition just a little bit here and talk about being a speaker-ready keynote speaker and what your experience was like. I was a part of that cohort, and I really enjoyed listening to your presentation, your speech, and if you could share a bit about what that experience was like for you.
The stage ready was amazing. It brought things out of us that, we thought we couldn't do. It prepared us to be ready to talk to our audience about our experiences, because we all have experiences. All our experiences are different, and we tell them different. So that experience was so amazing to me, to have an audience that I could talk to about what I've gone through and where I am now and where I'm headed. And to be on the platform with 9 other phenomenal speakers, it was just so phenomenal. I enjoyed every speaker. I mean, we commanded that stage, we just got up there and shared like we had been sharing forever.
Exactly.
And a little nervous, but no one could tell but us, nobody know how nervous you are. Everybody's topic was so dynamic, and everybody did a fabulous job. That was definitely a highlight for me.
Oh, fantastic. I really enjoyed yours, and everybody in the audience did as well. And, as we were going through all of the coaching, we couldn't really see that whole picture.
No, we couldn't.
On that stage. We knew it was coming, but on the day it actually happened, it was just a mind-blowing experience.
And to have a coach like Dr. Cheryl, I mean, she don't play. It's gonna be right, or else it ain't gonna be.
That's right.
And I love that about her. She's
Oh,
so
me
genuine,
too.
very
Me too.
genuine. Yes.
Well, fantastic. And
You
thank
did
you
a
so much.
marvelous job. That was an awesome story too. And what's so good about it, all the stories were true.
True. Yeah.
They
People
were
like,
our lives. That's what we've done and lived.
that's right. And we as they say, we live to tell the story. That's
Yes,
the most
we
important part.
did. Yes,
In,
yes.
in hopes that it will help someone else.
Yes. And I think
Yeah.
it did. Because
I
I got a I got a book sale from that
from that event. That's
from
wonderful.
that from that stage. Yes, I did.
They
That
all
was
count.
so awesome.
That's fantastic.
And some people came, she said, yeah, I need that book. I needed that. I got to start doing what I need to do. I said, yeah, we do, because it'll be on you so quick. And you won't even know, oh, it's time to retire and I ain't ready, you know?
I tell you, people being tested right now.
Oh, yes,
those
they are.
purses and wallets are being tested.
Yeah, laying off and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
And you know, and the bad thing about it, some of them have to go into their returnement.
For sure.
And you know, they have to
one.
Yeah, they have to go into their 401k and pull money out, you know.
Absolutely. And it's something that didn't have to happen for them either.
No.
Yeah. It didn't have to happen, but it did. And perhaps that's a test for them.
Yeah.
But it's a very tough test. And I'm hoping that everybody will pass the test.
Yes, we will. If we got God, we're going to do
it. Absolutely. We've already passed.
Yes, because he's there for us. Amen.
So Dr. Winston, let's talk a bit about some of the most common financial challenges your audience faces when you speak before them in different platforms, and how do you help people overcome those challenges? Because we know today there are so many financial challenges.
Yeah, most of them is in debt up to their neck.
Yeah.
And that's because they have a lack of knowledge, you know.
Sure.
Because the Bible says we perish for lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge.
Knowledge is powerful.
It is.
But you have to apply the knowledge once you know. So they never been taught how money works. You know, most of us wasn't and haven't been. They don't teach it in school. They don't teach it in college. That should be one topic that should be one of the most important things that they talk about in college is how financial literacy.
For sure.
So they don't have it. And then not only that, it's not even taught in the church. You know, it's biblical perspectives. You know, God tells us to give him his 10%. Well, we got to have something to give him. We can't give him 10% if we don't have it. You know? So I use tools, like tracking your finances, setting a budget, knowing your numbers, having control, stop overspending, eating out, budgeting, which is a bad word for most people, but budgeting is not really,
it's a great word.
It's a great thing. It gives you control. It shows you where your money is going.
Absolutely.
Because your money is going somewhere.
And your money wants you to show it where to go.
Right. You have to tell it where to go.
That's right.
Because it'll get away from you, Right. So when you live by faith, you position yourself to hear from God for things that you're going to do. He'll give you creative ideas, connection, supernatural strategies, It's so you gotta take control. You have to have a mindset, So that's what I try to teach them. Those things: know your numbers, budgeting, taking control of your money, stop, do an inventory of what you have, find out, where you could cut corners. You don't have to have all the whistles on your TV, on your on the phone or whatever. If you're going to maximize your expenses, you have got to make some changes. So I start with the tracking strategy, teaching them how to get an emergency fund, teaching them how to invest, teaching them that 10-10-80 rule.
Exactly.
You have to put some money aside. You just have to.
Yes.
Invest in the Fidelity of Charles Schwab or S&P 500. You have to make your money work for you.
Absolutely. And I just want to share a quick story here. I was in the bank last weekend, in fact, and
Mm-hmm.
they said, well, why did you come to our bank? I said, well, I was at a previous bank. I happened to go online and $350 was spent in Virginia where I know I hadn't been there to spend anything.
Right.
And they said, well, Mr. Vann will call you back. They called me back, Mr. Vann, one of our employees went into your account and they took your money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I said, well, I'll be at the bank tomorrow morning. I took all of my money out and went to the bank.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have those. I mean, I check my account. People don't even check their account. I check my account at least almost every day.
Yeah, I do too.
Because there has been things that scam that was bought on my account that I didn't do.
Same here.
And if I didn't check my account, I would never know.
Exactly.
So people, check your account daily, at least twice a week.
And be careful where you scan your card as well, because a lot of
Exactly. So because of that, if something go wrong, I catch it like right away. And it inconvenienced me because I had to cancel that card because I have some automation that comes out and I got to redo that all over again. But it's better to do that than not even defeat it. And that's not the word I'm looking for.
And they're very
disputed. Yeah,
absolutely. And they're very
you have to. So those are some of the things people don't know what's going on with their accounts. They max out their credit cards. They pay the minimum amount, which you giving the credit card all the money because you're not paying the bill. You're not paying the bill if you're just paying the minimum. You're only paying interest. So all these things is so important for you to take notice of.
Sure.
Because you're losing so much money.
Yeah, and subscriptions.
Oh yes, don't forget that. On the Amazon packages that come every week, and Shein and this one and that one, just stuff that we don't even need.
That's right.
We just because we can afford it, we do it. But you really can't afford it because if you don't have an emergency fund, no investment, and you really can't afford it.
Exactly. I totally agree. Okay. So what do you say to people who feel they must choose between living by faith and building wealth?
Well, you got to be educated when it comes to money.
Yes.
You got to be spiritually and financially set.
Yes.
Because the Bible talks about it all the time.
And then being aligned. It has to be aligned.
The word. Know your word and know your worth.
Yes.
Walk in integrity. We gotta walk in integrity. Your character, what your gifts attract. We are gifted, and walk what you preach.
Exactly.
You gotta walk in it. People gotta see your life. You gotta be first partaker. That's what the words say.
That's right.
Don't do it alone. Find mentors. Sometimes we need mentors. Sure. You need coaches. Mm-hmm. It's okay. Build a community. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
I mean, we went on that stage because we needed help. We got with Cheryl because we needed help.
Yeah, we got it too.
So, people say, oh, I don't want nobody to know my business. If you don't want nobody to know your business, you ain't got no business.
That's right. That's very true.
Be bold, be brilliant. If you need help, ask for it. That's what people are for. God has gifted us all with different talents. Right. Utilize them. I utilize every avenue I can. I utilize Paul. Yes. If I know you know something that I don't know,
right?
Don't be afraid to ask for help or support. Right. We are all human. We don't know everything. I don't know everything.
Yeah.
And when I don't know, I let you know. I don't know. I need you to help me with this.
That's right.
So it's okay.
And that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. We never obtain it all.
That's right.
There are so many things that I don't know, and I don't mind saying I don't know, and I don't mind saying, can you help me and show me? Because you show me, I know, I'm visual. You got to show it to me. Don't just tell me. Show me something and I'll do it.
Sure. And
so that's what we have to do.
And
Don't be afraid.
I really like to see the younger people. I say Generation Z, I would love to get them to ask questions. They don't really like to ask questions.
Exactly. And my husband tell me, you ask too many questions. I said, well, that's how I find out stuff.
That's right. You got it.
That's how. And I said, not only that, I work for a lawyer, so they ask a lot of questions.
They ask a lot of questions, and it's for a purpose, a good purpose.
It's for a purpose. Yeah, I want to know, so I ask.
That's right. Absolutely.
He gets on me all the time about it. You ask too many questions. I said, oh well, if you don't ask questions, you don't know.
Absolutely. So, as an entrepreneur and author, how do you balance your ministry, business, and personal growth?
Well, you have to prioritize what's important. I start my day off with God.
Yes.
I don't talk to anybody before I talk to God in the morning. So people already know that. If they call me between 8 o'clock and 11,
exactly,
they know they're not going to get an answer.
Right. That's a good thing.
So I seek God first, because he said, acknowledge him in all your ways and he'll direct your path. And the best time is in the morning when you're fresh, So I pray first and then I do my devotion.
Exactly.
And so then I schedule my business things that I'm going to do, my personal growth and all of those things. And I practice, I rest, I reflect and renew, because you got to rest. You can't do everything in one day. So what you don't do one day, you could do it the next day. Yeah. I learned that I can't pour from an empty cup. I got to, refill. I get on a personal development. That's very key, because if you're in business, you got to learn somebody to know something that you don't know, and you got to trust them. And I align everything else that flows, with grace,
Right.
So, but the key is putting God first.
Oh, wonderful.
That's the key. Yeah.
Yes. So what advice do you have for women of faith who aspire to lead in business and ministry?
First, you got to believe that you've been called. You got to believe that you've been called. So if you're called, then God is going to equip you.
That's right.
And he'll open doors for you if you walk, and for you to walk into those doors. So a lot of women or men, but women, they doubt their place, because men, they feel that they are the men chauvinist, Exactly. I'm the head of you, but women has arisen to the occasion now. There are so many women now in entrepreneur, in leadership, and on their job. So they have arose to the occasion, and you got to get educated. You just can't just walk out there with no knowledge. You got to have education. You got to have that spiritual. Don't forget that, you got to know the word, just like people don't think being financial freedom and being spiritual don't go with finances, but it does. Exactly. It all goes together because God said so.
There's an alignment.
Yeah. And, you just, God is raising up some bold people now.
For sure.
We are bold. We used to be sitting back and not allowing our voices to be heard. Let your voice be heard. Someone needs what you have. Someone needs your voice. So just do it. If God gave it to you and God gave it to you, he's going to open a door for you to do it.
Sure. And a door that was previously unlocked.
That's right. That's right. So just walk in them. Walk in them boldly, proud, and just be humble, but walk in your purpose and your call. Because we all been called to something.
For sure. Absolutely.
We have all been called to something.
Yes. So, Dr. Winston, what's next for the Winston Experience? Any new books coming up, events or initiatives you'd like your audience to know more about?
I just published a book called United in Purpose.
Okay.
Because we all have been purpose. So I just finished that book. And I'm about to publish another one this month. It's called oh my goodness, I lost my thought. What is the name of that book? Love, Life, Relationship, and Finances.
Okay.
So
Fantastic.
that one is coming out. Matter of fact, we just sent it to the editor today.
Okay.
Then I'm doing another book, I think September, in leadership.
Okay.
The Winston Experience is it's still thriving because I'm teaching people how to become debt free, how to eliminate debt, how to repair your credit, how to become stress free. Because when you're debt free, you're stress free.
That's great.
So
Well,
I can't stress that enough for young people coming along. As I say, most of you don't know, but I'm 74 years young. We'll be 75 this year. And I've done more in the last 10 years than I've done my previous years.
yes.
Because there are so many people to reach. There are so many people need financial literacy and education. And so that's my life. I've dedicated myself to helping people get out of debt, because that is a hindrance for most of us. We can't do a lot of things because we don't have the finances.
Yes.
And God said He gave us power to gain.
Yeah, it
He
keeps
gave us power. He gave you power to gain
Power.
wealth.
Yeah.
It's okay. God said it's okay.
Right.
You gotta know what the scriptures say. It's okay.
Yes. And we know
He
people that
wants
have
you.
money.
You know what happened when was it Peter or John asked him, what should I give to who pays Caesar his money? What did he say? Go out the fish and fish. Open his mouth and take the coin out and pay mine and yours.
Exactly. Be the fisher of
And yes, in Matthew, what did he do? He sent them out to invest his money.
That's right.
I mean, God was look.
The author.
Wall Street don't have nothing on God. God was the first one. Did investment. You got to know what the words say.
And the thing about it, this has been taking place for generations after generation after generation. It's not new.
Yes. And it should be taught more in church too.
It should be. Absolutely.
It should be taught more. But when you get a hold of it, run with it.
That's right.
I mean, because nobody could tell me about it now because I read it in the book.
Exactly.
And if God said it's okay, it's okay.
It's okay.
If He says okay, it's okay.
All right. So, Dr. Winston, we're about to close. I want you to go on and comments and how people can get in touch with you and so on and so forth.
It's been such a pleasure. I mean, I've enjoyed myself. We've had so much fun.
Absolutely.
Again, if you want to contact me, you can go to www.retiredanddebtfree.com. You could also go to my website, www.thewinstonexperience.com. So you can find me on both of those platforms. My books are on both of those platforms. And like I said, I've just released a book, and I'm about to release three more now. And I'm wanting to go into schools and churches and teach financial literacy and faith-based leadership, and continue to speak. Want them speaking engagements to open,
Right.
To leave a legacy of freedom for my family, faith, and financial empowerment, and just live the life.
Yes.
I'm retired now. I'm traveling. I'm going to travel. I just got back from the Bahamas with my book.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm going to Philly next month. I'm doing a billboard in New York next month in Times Square.
Yeah.
So just traveling and speaking and sharing my books and sharing what God has done for me and what He is doing. And the sky's the limit. And God is no respecter of person. What He's done for me, He'll do for you. Again, I would say, you don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started to be great. So start where you are, and God will go with you the rest of the way. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Paul, for having me. And it's been a blessing. I'm so glad we came connected.
Absolutely, because we were on the speaker showcase, and I said, I have to interview her. So Dr. Winston, thank you for sharing your wisdom, your faith, and your unwavering commitment to helping others discover their true calling and financial freedom. Your message is a reminder that faith and finances are not separate roads, but parallel paths that can lead to fulfilling and empowered life. So to our listeners, if you were inspired by today's conversations, be sure to follow the Winston Experience. Grab your copy of all of Dr. Winston's book, The Path to Financial Independence and Unshakable Faith, and in addition to her book on love. And that's one we definitely want you to get as well. And if you want to connect with her online, you know how to do it now. And next time, stay rooted in purpose and walk boldly in your vision. And this is your time to do it. Again, our guest expert today, Dr. Bertha Winston. Let me get that again, so you can see it. And get your family, friends, and all to go out, rate, and review this particular episode. And you are really going to get and glean a lot from it. So my time is up, and I thank you for yours. Again, my name is Paul Lawrence Vann. I'm the host of Wealth Academy Podcast. And today we really were blessed by Dr. Bertha Winston. Thank you so much. And
thank you, Paul. It was a pleasure.
A pleasure as well.
All right. God bless. Thank you, listeners. And don't forget, go to that website, www.retiredanddebtfree.com and or www.thewinstonexperience.com. That's where you'll find all of my stuff.
Thank you so much, Dr. Winston.
All right. You be blessed, and we'll talk again.
Okay. Sounds great. Have a great day, everyone.
All right.